and welcome to the new episode of the MoCarl and ConMan podcast. Woo! Technically episode 2. Don't know if we have a name after the first episode. I don't think we did.
No.
I think it was ambiguous.
That was our pilot episode.
Yeah, it was no good. All the people were telling us, can't hear Connor. We argued that was a good thing, but look, here we are, all the lads. So I'm your host, Michael O'Brien, and with here Connor, as I'm sure you all know, because we don't have any outside listeners of the pod yet. Connor, what do you think about that?
I think we need to get on that. We need to get on the iTunes or the Spotify. I'm with it. I'm with the kids.
That's true. I am also with kids. Let's carry on. We got a busy show today. We're going to run through the news. We got a couple of different segments. We're also going to have a special guest. Speaking of, Connor, would you mind dialing up our special guest, please?
Sure. Have you texted him? Does he know to be expecting us?
Oh, hang out. Yeah. Here he is. We've got the current 2-time champion. Yes, we currently are the MoCarl and ConMan podcasts. So let's call this episode. So Martin is officially our first guest on the podcast. Martin, where are you joining us from?
My room. I feel like I'm underdressed looking at Connor right now.
Yeah, I'm doing some work in a real estate company, so I gotta look slick, and I do.
Seriously, Martin, this is the MoCarl and ConMan podcast. This is no fucking John and Dale bullshit.
This isn't a fashion podcast.
I don't know. I wanted to know why he's wearing a suit for the podcast. That's all. You can get down to business now if you want.
So how have you been, Martin? How is life before we get into the news?
Good, yeah. Working away, so
season coming up
right now. Yeah, like I said, I have to obviously reapply for the thing, but I think I'll probably leave it for a while now yet, for maybe early New Year now at this stage, but it's still the plan.
Very good.
Plan.
All right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into the news. I think the only place to start, Martin, is what we have you here. Aaron Rodgers got lots and lots of money. Tell us about that.
Well, I mean, it was inevitable. There's been a lot of talks about it for the last 12 months or so, but it eventually just snuck up. I feel like he was probably waiting for the likes of Matthew Stafford and Matt Ryan, for all them guys to sign their deal. So he made sure to make sure he was the highest paid of all these guys. So good business.
By right, he should maintain, even the next good quarterback who gets a new contract. It shouldn't be Aaron Rodgers. That's the high bar, you know?
Yeah, but just the way things are going now, it's probably gonna be he'll probably be only the highest paid quarterback for maybe next summer, the next free agency. So,
Connor, how do you see this impacting you fantasy wise?
I feel like it gives him a good, drive to be successful for his team. Now that he has 100 million guaranteed, of course, he certainly isn't going to rest on his laurels.
Is there something to say for now that he has his money, he doesn't need to go that extra mile? Are you worried about that?
I mean, if it was me, I would fake an injury on the first game, but you don't get to where he is without having a lot of drive in that, So I guess.
Did you see the details of the contract?
No, I just saw 100 mil guaranteed and 140. Wasn't it?
He's going to get 68 of that 100 million guaranteed by next March.
Nice.
So in 8 months he gets 68 million. That's crazy.
That is
58 million signing on fee or something.
Yeah,
crazy. Crazy money.
Absolute madness.
Surely this has taken a huge dent out of the Packers' fucking wage.
Maybe he's getting so much money next year, it might just affect his bonus next year.
Yeah, just send it down the line. God.
Send it down the line, but.
All right, let's continue on. What other news have we got today? All right. See, I had the news. See, this is annoying. I'm gonna go through. I have none of my news. Oh, I'll tell. Oh, this is something I want to talk about. Tony Michel is back in training, right? I want to read out a quote. The coaching staff, if I have it here. I believe the coach was saying that if he plays how we think he can play, he's going to be something special, which makes me excited because I got him quite late.
Yeah, like all the talk is he could be Kamara 2.0 essentially. It's what the big buzz about him is. So obviously, if he's even half as good as Kamara was last year, you got to take that.
Yeah.
You have to be happy
So
with that.
I don't have depth at running back. We haven't got a chance to talk about Martin, but my depth is cool. Hindsight, 2 defensive quarterbacks. That's Jordan place.
I mean, that's junior stuff going 2 defenses, 2 quarterbacks. Rookie mistake.
Yeah, that's Connor season 1 mistakes there. And possibly season 2.
First year.
Was I like flashy named like players and stuff? I like the names is what I like. I don't like the fucking like fucking Batea. Is he a running back or fucking Hicks or some any of those stupid names? No, I want the flash. I want to put butts in seats. I gotta sell tickets. So I was like, Eagles are like a top 3 defense, and I figured they're going to be awesome because I'm going to get into goddamn defense talk later on. So let's continue on.
That's fair. That's fair.
Don't I actually believe I sent you? Oh, so another thing that happened recently, and I sent this to Connor. Oh, this is going to be a couple of days ago. Was about who are your wide receivers? Or who's your running back?
Mine?
Yeah.
I don't know. Devonta and someone else.
Oh, Christ.
Lamar Miller and Devonta.
All right. So Lamar Miller. He was, the coaches were saying that he is probably going to be a 3 down back this year.
Oh yeah.
So you chose him in the 4th round, 5th round?
Did I? Was he? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, probably was 4th to 5th. 5th, I think.
Because I think the consensus might have been a reach there, but if he can be a 3 down back, he's going to see a lot more touches.
That's good to hear. I was only recently explained to what a 3 down back is. So.
For listeners at home who don't know, and by that I mean probably Dell and Shauna. Connor, can you explain to us what a 3 down back is?
So a 3 down back apparently is when you play a running back in the 3rd down, which is normally a receiving game.
Play.
Concise.
Yeah. Running back who can catch the ball. Yeah, you can stay on the third for the 3rd down. Yeah. That's good work, Connor. All right. While we take this moment, just if we could all reference that Shauna is in fact a female.
That is true.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
Yeah. Okay. Shauna's always eager for us to mention that. I'm trying to see what are. Oh, here we go. League. There'll be so much cutting in this.
Just cut all around this. Just fix it in post.
What are you gonna say, Martin?
I was gonna say, I suppose you could. I don't know if you're planning on bringing it up or not, but there was a certain reunion med today in the Dris Bowl.
Which reunion? What was this?
Did you not see who Dell picked up today, no?
Oh yes, that's the great news. Yes,
Yeah.
So we have. Oh man, this is like.
Oh yeah, just check that there. Classic.
Is this? What if I do this?
That yeah, you look like a villain in a horror film.
Yeah,
In
I
terms,
thought it was in. I thought you were intentionally shadowing yourself, as in like a shadowy league figure esque kind of tone to the podcast or
No, he
something.
just wanted to get a good background. Then it
Yeah.
turned out to get a background of the city. He has to silhouette himself. I got some lights. I did some set design here.
That's nice.
So you got your diploma there, Martin. Good work.
Yeah, it's from my third year because my fourth year one wasn't as good as the third year one, so that's why the third year one gets put up.
Oh yeah.
I got a better mark at the end of the third year than I did at the end of the fourth year. So
All right. So the other news we have today is that Dell decided to reunite with an old favorite of his. He has a love-hate relationship. Martin, would you say?
most definitely a love-hate relationship. More so on the hate over the years, I think it's fair to say.
I think last year was a like a. I think they hit gear last year. I think they connected last year. Dell kind of followed the Steelers a bit more, and he's paying more attention to it. So I think he got into it. I think he was feeling Big Ben. So I think this might be a. What do we think the thinking is behind this? Because he already has Tom Brady. Connor, any thoughts on why Dell might have picked up Big Ben?
Well, don't Pittsburgh have Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown?
Yeah.
So that is pretty much the top running back and the top wide receiver in the league. So even if Big Ben is rubbish, like they're gonna catch stuff.
That's true, but he already has Tom Brady. Dell already has Tom Brady. Why would he? Why do you think he picked up Big Ben?
Maybe just for historical reasons, and maybe who knows what could happen with Tom Brady. Cheating, injuries is all things that he's proven to have done in the past.
Are you suggesting a decline?
Sorry?
Suggesting a Tom Brady decline is on the verge?
Maybe. Like, he can only be the best for so long.
Slight decline, maybe.
I think it might also be a little trade savvy.
Yeah.
To be honest, I figured John was going to pick up Big Ben at some point before next Thursday because it's not looking likely Carson Wentz is gonna start. I figured Big Ben was the guy he was going to go for at some point. So I don't know if they'll intentionally try the job him or is he going to try trading somebody for John now.
Yeah, like realistically, what do you want off John? Like,
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, John ain't got much to offer.
Like,
He'll have to pick up a defense and kicker as well before next week.
What other quarterbacks are available for John? Who are the top? Like, what's your man for the Rams? He's still there.
Goff's still there, yeah.
Still there. Alex still there.
Alex Smith. Someone drafted Alex Smith.
Oh, did they?
I'm nearly sure someone did.
Is Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan is still there. Yeah, he's the Cardinals, isn't he? Or Falcons?
Falcons, yeah.
Falcons,
I'm in on the Falcons. I think Falcons are going to fucking be amazing this year.
I think they're going to thump the Eagles next Thursday.
Probably. I'm not going to play the Eagles defense.
Like that Eagles defense ain't going to be much good until Wentz is back. I wouldn't say because they could be on the field a lot.
That's true.
Until Wentz comes back, so
opportunities for punt returns.
Sugar, what was I going to say? I think the Falcons could be really good this year. I think Julio Jones is going to catch more touchdowns this year. I think they're talking about Calvin Ridley being real good, so that'll be interesting. I feel like
pretty good in some of the preseason games. Talking about preseason, the last lock of them are on tonight, although not going to really be.
The last.
None of the big names are going to be out there tonight, but signals the end of the preseason after tonight.
Yeah, well, I haven't paid any attention to this preseason at all, really. I just don't care. Like, no good.
Rodgers played one series, scored a touchdown to Jimmy Graham, so that was good enough for me.
That's good. How do you think Jimmy Graham's going to do?
I think he's going to do good. I think he's going to have his best year for a couple of years.
Because Connor was very close to dropping.
Yeah, and I was persuaded not to by a certain Michael. So let's see how that goes.
Who did you draft at tight end then instead?
I will tell you in a second.
Oh, for fuck's
Delaney Walker. That's not bad.
Oh, Delaney Walker.
It's always the same with Delaney. Although, to be fair, you called him Delaney.
I mean, I was thinking of Dell. You know, Delaney. That whole connection there.
Delaney's not a name.
It is short. It's what Dell's name is short for.
Man, what we have here, I don't know if you listened to me and Connor's podcast or even tried to. It was.
I did.
You did?
I did, yeah.
How did that go? What was that experience?
It was strange. Like I said, it sounded like Connor had some interesting takes on me going back to back round receivers, but I don't know. Obviously, I'll never know.
I can't remember what I said. I probably gave you shit about it.
Yeah, because that was quite sick. And I didn't know if anyone would actually listen to it because I thought it would be all.
I just eat up podcasts for like the 3 hours it takes me to get the week or to work in the morning. So any excuse to listen to any sort of podcast. So
that's funny. Oh yeah. So what we saying? That did you get the Ronald Jones III gate epidemic?
Epidemic. Fiasco.
No.
So
refresh my memory.
Is it Richie drafted? Is it Ronald Jones Ronald?
Yeah, whoever drafted him, they drafted Ronald Jones the third.
The third. His name is Ronald Jones the second. We're like, he just drafted a child. He just drafted a baby. Because if we recall, was it Danny who famously once drafted the then Seahawks?
Michael Bennett.
Michael Bennett.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're reminiscing about terrible drafts, though, nothing's ever beaten Claire's drafting of Welker, the retired Wes Welker.
The reason she didn't win a game that season, and that's probably where it all started from.
Oh yeah, so just the draft as a whole, what was it like there?
It was good atmosphere, yeah. It was. Looking back on it now, I probably reached on a few picks, most definitely, and I'm probably not as happy with my team as I was thinking going into it afterwards. I probably was caught up in the post-draft buzz a bit too much.
Yeah. So looking at it now, what do you think the team looks like? What get it up?
Like I've banged myself at wide receiver pretty much. I'm pretty much relying on Josh Gordon to be a beast whenever he comes back.
I noticed it too.
I've got no real depth at running back. I got Tariq Cohen and Adrian Peterson, so that's not exactly, if one of my main three guys go down, not exactly the most thrilling of prospects.
They're not young, dynamic go-getters.
No. But Tariq Cohen is, but that's Jordan Harris backfield all season.
He's a freak. I think Christian McCaffrey could have a very good year. That seems to be the talk.
Yeah,
I think he's
there's a lot of talk.
Breakout year.
And Melvin Gordon is Melvin Gordon, but he's just your boy for the last 3 years.
I had him the first year. I drafted him as a rookie, and I don't think I've had him since. I might have had him 2 years ago. And then Rob, obviously, infamously had him for a couple of weeks last year.
Jarvis Landry is interesting because you don't know what the story is with the Browns. Maybe fucking your man's amazing.
Who? Maybe.
Yeah. Tyrod.
Tyrod, yeah.
As a quick side, where do you fall on the Tyrod?
I don't know. He'll always be Tyrod in my eyes.
It's Tyrod. Have you heard about this, Connor?
Yes, Tyrod Taylor's name is actually Tyrod and not Tyrod, as everyone thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you let that go like 5 years without being like, sorry guys, look,
Even his mom calls him Tyrod.
yeah.
Then it's his name. She gave it to him. She can call him whatever she says it is. That's what it is.
Martin, how do you feel about Andrew Luck? What's he look like in preseason? I haven't watched any.
Hit and miss. Kind of looked a little rusty in plays, but at the same time, apparently his deep ball hasn't really been there yet. So there's kind of a lot of, obviously the O-line's supposedly a big problem as well, which is no real surprise in Indy, but like I said, just took a few flyers this year. Obviously looking back on it, probably should have drafted a bit smarter, but sure. I'm not really under any pressure this season, so
do you see it as a challenge, a fresh challenge? Because I know when I traded away all my players, I was like, "Woo, fresh challenge!"
Obviously I need a lot to go right. Like I figure there's a lot of high ceiling players there. Like if Andrew Luck is Andrew Luck, that's 5,000 yards nearly and maybe 40 touchdowns because Colts are going to be playing behind a lot this season. So
yeah,
it's a high risk, high reward with Luck.
I also like your Tyrell Williams pick. I think he could have a good season if all the Chargers stay fit, which they never do.
Yeah, see, like it's just probably a process of elimination. He's bound to get decent playing time because someone else is bound to go down. So
So there.
well, it's like there's history there.
Did you? So let's get your initial thoughts. What else about the draft jumps out at you? Other teams? Do you wanna reference situation?
We'll take a quick look at other teams here.
Start with Michael's team because he's here.
I don't think we need to go through all of them, but just if anything jumps out at you.
Well, like me and you were playing week 1, so I might as well go through.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let's break that down then.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to know because obviously it's hard to know being the first game of the season, like who's going to have good defenses, who's going to have good run defense, who's going to have good pass defense. But on paper, you're obviously favored to win week 1 just because of the team you can put out. So like obviously you're going to be a massive favorite, but there's some tricky enough matchups there. You got
I agree.
You got Russell Wilson playing in Denver. Saquon against the Jags. Some tough enough matches in there. Kelsey against the Chargers.
Yeah.
I don't think. But yeah, like realistically, you should win it, but you never know.
Yeah, you never do know. And if I know my luck, there's a decent chance that I'm only like a decent team this year. I'm like, I'm good. I'm relevant. I'm notoriously horrendous.
But like I said, I feel like he obviously he looked out at the top of the draft, but I think after that, I think it's been well said by others as well. I just think you blew it a bit.
100%.
I think you got inside your own head a bit too much.
Yeah, I figured I'm strong. I'm good. And then I looked at it, I was like, I'm not actually as strong as I thought I was.
Yeah, like Devin Funchess. I don't know.
I believe in Funchess. Well, Mark Ingram was a great steal for me.
Yeah, I had my eye on Mark Ingram, but he was taken before I was willing to take him. So
I think he went third round. I think he was my like 5th or 6th player, but I think he went in the 3rd round.
Yeah, that was a bit rich for me considering he was going to miss the first 4 games.
Yeah.
You could afford to take a punt on him with having Saquon and Todd Gurley as well.
What I will say about my team is I think the 2 rookies could be good, Michelle and Ridley, if they can stay fit. And then because Wilson receivers, a lot of them are injured at the minute, that Jimmy G could get some game time and still be really good. Possibly.
Who? Sorry?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Are you
Yeah.
thinking of playing him?
No, like if Wilson's fucking... If all his receivers are injured and it goes bad against Denver and then like they're not back or whatever, he's just there to help. Also just for bye weeks or whatever. And I hope Jimmy G's great. And if I'm honest, he's kind of a mascot, you know? I just hold on to him for the year and just be like, you and me, Jimmy, we did it. We're the new dynasty. It's you and me. I think that was part of the thinking behind it. That was like round 12. And I'm like, well, I need a fancy, handsome mascot. So I'm gonna try and make me and Jimmy G just a dynasty from now on. I hope he's good.
Yeah, he still hasn't lost the game, so.
You guys want to hear a fun fact about? I'll figure out what way to phrase this. Okay. So, Todd Gurley, right, was the first. He's like the top scoring non-quarterback. I mean, well, like he's just behind Russell Wilson in like points scored last year. All right, so Todd Gurley was like, so he was the top non-quarterback player last year. Does anyone know, the both of you, who was second in that list? Second highest scoring quarterback player last year.
Non-quarterback.
I want everyone at home to text me or put on the WhatsApp group right now when you're listening what you think this is.
I feel like I think I saw this somewhere, and it's like someone unexpected, and I can't remember who it was.
That's a really good year. Oh, it's Nuke, isn't it? Was it Nuke?
Is it who?
No, it wasn't Nuke Hopkins. It's got to be a running back.
Todd Gurley is number 2, and then about 10 quarterbacks, and then I think like wherever next in the list is this.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna tell you. Right. Do you want to guess real quick? 5, 4.
Nuke.
Connor.
I know it's not.
Edelman.
Scoring non-quarterback player was the Jags defense.
What? That's crazy.
Really?
Defense got 47 points last year.
How much?
I think it might be more.
247, yeah.
247. Nearly 50 points more than the next highest defense.
That's crazy.
Like, that's an insane season. So I'm feeling pretty good about the Jags.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was the obvious pick for the number 1 defense off the board.
Just gonna wreck shop. And because I think there was a lot of like there was a good defenses last year, right? So the Ravens had
the only thing I'd worry about the Jags D is Blake Bortles. Like if he's a turnover machine again, or he's just shite, and they're gonna have to be on the field a lot. Like
well, they're just like ball hawks, though. They just fucking.
I know, but like that's like it's only a little thing.
If
Blake Bortles could get in the way of it.
Yeah. I think they're gonna lean on Lenny a lot this year as well. Who has Lenny?
Is she?
Shauna? No, Richie.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have the draft board here, but I don't know.
Like the points defenses were scoring last year. Oh, it was crazy. Like getting 24 points, 20 points, 23 points, 14 points.
Barry has Baz.
10 points, 24 points. Like defenses, I feel are like they showed up last year in a big way. They were getting like having a good defense is like having a good quarterback. Usually, it's like one or two defenses like do decent. You get 10 points. Well, I feel defenses like recently are just getting like fucking 20s and 30s and 40s. Like
Yeah, like I feel like I reached for my defense, but I was happy to get the Chargers defense.
the Chargers, yeah, I think the Chargers are going to be good
because I factored into the division as well. They're going to be going up against Patty Mahomes and Case Keenum 4 times. And you could probably throw the Raiders in there. Who knows what the Raiders are going to be like? So that could be some easy picking games.
Yeah,
Like
depends on their goddamn fitness. What's the defensive end they got there? What's your man's name?
Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
I wasn't a Joey Bosa believer. I am now.
Yeah, like I thought he was going to be crap. And then obviously he had like 12.5 sacks in his first season, and he missed the first 3 or 4 games or something like that.
Was it last year his first year?
The year before, I think.
Yeah, oh.
But he was carrying an injury all last year, I think. So he's coming into this season fully fit, I think.
Because I think they got guys early in the draft last year and this year as well. I think they kept getting like defensive pieces.
Yeah.
So I think they could have like a big breakout year.
Yeah, they've got the main things, like they've got a pass rush and they've got a good secondary, which is mixed the makings of a really good defense.
They're the best team in the AFC West. It's cold. Sorry. Okay, so let's talk about John's team really quick. I don't want to just because I feel our two teams are the talking points. It's how did one person do if you give them lots of power, and how does one person do when you take? So they're the two interesting teams. We've got to figure out what John's going to do.
Like he still has to pick up a tight end, kicker, and defense. So I don't know who he's going to drop.
Okay. Yeah. So you think he needs to get a quarterback?
I don't think Carson Wentz is going to play next Thursday.
Who do we think John should get? Let's
see who's available at quarterback.
Motorbike. John's coaching hour. Sponsored by Feeling of Warmth. I wish I had it right now.
Your audio keeps cutting in and out, Michael, so I don't know will they get
that. Like there's a lot of good quarterbacks still out there.
If I do this.
Matt Stafford's still out there, Jared Goff, Sam Bradford, Matt Ryan, Mariota, Derek Carr, Andy Dalton. Loads of good quarterbacks out there still.
Oh shit! I shouldn't cough. That's what you're supposed to do, right? You're not supposed to cough into. Oh yeah. Okay. So who do we think for John for this weekend? Say he has to pick.
I think he'd pick Matty Stafford because they're playing the Jets, so at home.
What's Oakland's defense like?
Defense.
I'm pretty sure they.
No. Supposedly you've had a couple of good rookies. They showed up in preseason. Tight end is pretty barren. Well, there's the detectives out there. I have a feeling they might pick up Jack Doyle maybe.
There's always what's Tyler Eifert's story?
He played a bit in the last preseason game. I don't know if he will play week 1, and he could be limited. I think. There's talk about keeping him on a snap count all season.
Oh yeah, well he would definitely be at least a short-term remedy.
Yeah, he was a beast for me. I had him like 2 years ago when he scored all those touchdowns.
There's always with tight ends that you can just like You can just look out and like find a guy. Like he could just pick like he probably wouldn't because he hates the Buccaneers, but he could probably just take OJ Howard and like just against the fucking Saints and maybe to shoot out. They have fucking your man Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Ryan Fitzmagic for the first 3 games.
Yeah, because goddamn fucking
James Winston being an asshole.
Benjamin Watson, how is he still playing? He must be like 45 years old.
Who?
Benjamin Watson. Oh, wait, is that the guy I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's not him. I don't know. Not a good anecdote.
No, it's really take your pick with defenses, really.
Stupid headphones kept giving me an echo. It was no good. All right. I got so distracted by that whole thing. Okay, so John's team we're saying is no good. Let me have a look at it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's trash.
So okay, let's say he just takes Tyler Eifert. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Then he needs a defense. There's some good defenses out there. Who's that defense?
I'd say he's probably just going to stream all year. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, usually that's what people just tell you to do, and it's probably the smartest thing.
I think Packers defense might be a good matchup for week 1.
Oh my god, like the Broncos defense. How are you not
Broncos
taking
defense? Right. I'll just say this then. So I think the 3 people he'll drop will be Frank Gore, Devontae Parker, and Kenneth Dixon, and I think he'll pick up Eifert, Will Lutz, and what defense?
He was talking about slots.
Yeah, well,
He loves slots.
Who doesn't?
Dell dropped him there today, so. And you probably pick up the Bengals defense because they're playing the Colts. So that's what I'd say. Bengals, Lutz, Eifert, and you get rid of Parker, Gore, and who else did I say? Dixon.
I mean, I feel like you're overlooking the Broncos defense. Like I said, well, maybe. Oh, they actually weren't that good last year. I was going by the year before. When they had your man who went to the Rams, what's his name? The really old guy. The really old defensive coordinator. That's a really old
Wade Phillips.
Yeah. Oh my god. Turned out Broncos defense really good. Now that Rams defense real taking over. That was real nice by Danny. Right. So John's team fucked. It's no good.
Yeah.
Will we just start a feud with John and say he's not going to win a game all year?
He'll win a game, but it's going to be a rough season for him, I think.
I believe in John, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be in the Marine. Well, maybe in it, but
I don't think he's making the playoffs.
Oh no! Well, maybe, no. Now I'm just being optimistic. Come on, John, you can do it.
You never know. Like anything could happen.
Oh, imagine we met in the final.
You jobbed yourself.
You got it. Oh, you got to do it. You got to meet me there. Who do you think's going to win the division, Fern?
I mean, like, it's hard to look past yourself, obviously, just because of
the division you're in.
That first team squad, just because of the first team squad that you can put out.
It's true.
But there's a lot of sneaky good teams. Like, you had a sneaky good draft.
Yeah, I did well now, in fairness.
Like, I had my eye on Demaryius Thomas. I think he's going to have a nice bounce back year this year. Vikings defense. You got Dion Lewis, LeGarrette Blount on the bench. Allen Robinson to come in. Like, you got a sneaky good team there as well.
Connor eating up those plaudits. Oh, I love
I
it.
just switched the camera to myself as being the full screen for a second.
Oh, very.
Because it keeps switching just between the two E, so just give the people what they want.
Okay. And I think Sean had a good
Yeah,
draft.
I reckon she'll win the Luther, and yeah, Michael will win the Stringer. That's if you don't win the Stringer, Michael, you should be ashamed.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think yeah. Well, yeah.
Anything less than winning the division, it's be a disappointment. I figure, considering.
Yeah. The aims are to win the whole thing. Yeah, I told you the aim is to go undefeated. I'm just saying that.
That's not happening.
There's a couple other teams. Look, now I'm going on defensive. We're gonna win every game. Rig the system.
But it said you were going 13-0, didn't it? In your draft recap.
12-1.
Who was 13-0?
No, I think it's 12-1.
No, it was Dell, yeah.
I think he was 12-1 too.
I don't know. It's hard to know who'll win in my division. Like, everyone's kind of in and around the same, except for John. I think everyone's kind of got a similar kind of team. But Sean would have to be favourite, I guess.
Do we think that John not having players in the first 3 rounds or whatever, like the way it would work is that he would be going for other positions when everyone else would be going for. So
how do you mean?
Like, because he would jump and he go straight to like Derrick Henry or whatever, then other like players kind of drop a little bit to. No, I don't. I'm just saying that maybe him being slightly weaker, me being slightly stronger, has actually made the middle ground stronger as well. in a way to hopefully bone John.
No, it's kind of balanced because the players that you took extra are the ones that John probably would have took that he didn't get a chance to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just feels like there's a lot of well-rounded teams. Other than John, I don't think there's. Richie slightly jobbed with fucking Duke Johnson or whatever, but the team is still fine. Like, so maybe you know what it is. I'm conflating us just getting better at drafting.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Like, I feel like Devonta Adams or Michael Thomas would have dropped to me if you hadn't have had those picks. Maybe one of those two might have dropped to me in the second round. I would have drafted them and not another running back. But
that's why I took Saquon in the second pick, because I knew that I could pick up those two boys in like the third or whatever second round. And I felt that they're both like number 1 receivers, amazing quarterbacks. They'll be like top 10.
Yeah, Devonta Adams, I think, is gonna have a breakout year. That's not just being biased. I think he's gonna.
Yeah, I thought
he's gonna have like 50. I think he's gonna have like 1,500 yards and double-digit touchdowns.
They top 5 receiver.
Yeah, I think so.
Because in my head I was like, oh yeah, Michael Thomas, he's amazing last year. And then I looked at his numbers, like they were good. I'm like, I thought they were better. So
yeah, like he was the one guy who kind of produced after Rodgers went down.
Yeah. And then I don't know how I ended up with AJ Green.
Yeah, I thought about taking AJ Green, but I was like, I pretty much draft him every single year, so I was like,
give it a break.
Give it a break, yeah.
Because I wanted Gronk in that round. But I think I was like, right, Gronk will probably still be there, and I think I went for AJ Green. Like, I'll just get 3 solid number 1 wide receivers.
I think I've drafted AJ Green like the last 3 or 4 years in a row, so I was like, I'll just leave it.
I put him at the end of either the first or the second year. I think
I think Connor had him the first year, and I think I've had him every year since.
And you're just a bandit boy. Being like one of the best wide receivers, man. I guess you had
I know. I'll probably end up coming back to haunt me, but.
Yeah, and that's when fucking Dell got Gronk. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
John got Dell Gronk.
Yeah, and then I went Kelsey because I just wanted a quarterback. I knew there was or a tight end. I knew there was going to be a run on tight end. So I was like, I just need to get the next best guy. I had the captain. I love how in the last John and Dell podcast, they need a better name, guys. Come on. That Dell is just he just loves Gronk. Oh my god, he's over the moon. The passion. Dell's gonna be a goddamn Patriots fan by the end of the season at Gronk.
To be fair, like outside of Gronkowski and Delaney Walker, how many tight ends do you really think Dell knows? That's not a shot, Dell, but come on, you know it's true.
Not a shot. I think we're Jimmy Blair.
But a little bit of a shot.
Well, if you're watching this right now, quick text to WhatsApp with the name of a tight end. You have 10 seconds.
Oh, please God. Pardon me. Hello?
Ah, God. Damn it.
Could you imagine that with Dell now?
Here's a tight end. I believe we'll be cutting this out, Michael.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry,
I'm busy. Can you call back? All right, thank you. All right, sorry about that. Goddamn banks calling me, being like, "Oh, you happy with?"
They keep calling. I haven't said my phone is just don't answer. So I don't answer.
Like, and one time I was like really high and I was tired. And I was like, yeah, insurance actually sounds like a good idea. And then I was paying for insurance for like 6 months.
Ah, idiot.
Month now, so it's fine. But it was like death insurance. I'm like, who the fuck am I sending money to? I have give it to Connor. Connor's a wasted John. You'd waste.
You'd buy weed with it, and that's what you do with it anyway.
That's true. It was like 100,000.
What?
Do we know? Yeah. So now
and that was insurance talk brought to you by
Allianz.
Insurance. Get it. We don't. I don't know. What do you think? Should I? Should you? Insurance. You know why I'm cold?
Because your window's open.
The fan on. I left it on. That's why it's cold.
Kind of stupid of you.
No. Yes. Shut up, Con. Brought you a fan. Are you a fan of fans? Join fans. Fuck off, fans.
You never said who you thought you were going to win the divisions, Michael.
Oh, sorry. I would think I'm going to win the stringer. Wait, am I in the stringer? Yeah, stringer. Then, yeah, I think who's in the... You know, I'm going to give it to Dell.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
Dell deserves a bit of success. He's had a rough couple of years, so
Dell's
deserves a bit of success.
Yeah, wilderness.
Like I said, like I called it, that was my bold prediction. I still stand by it. I think he's going to make the playoffs, so I stand by it after the draft as well.
Oh. Depends on how much time he can devote to it. If he's hype, I feel he's in.
So many Patriots players.
He's been on the cup. There's always something about Dell's team. It's hilarious. There's always every time he drafts him, there's always something. It's like either like they're the old team or like
the Patriots team.
Or like I don't know. Everybody gets like every time a big man. There's always something with that.
Over 30's team at one stage nearly.
That when he drafted MoCarl.
And like Frank Gore or something like that in the same year or something like that.
Classic.
Oh, the oldest guys. Oh my god. It's beautiful. Martin, I wanna ask you about Barry's team. And I made a reference to this. I haven't been able to word it properly.
Yeah, but what about Barry's team?
I feel it's the trendy team.
Oh yes, I heard you say that. So you took it back there.
Phrase it as instrument, but I think that's the wrong word. It's trendy. It's like it's a hot topic. It's what's in.
I can see it. Juju, Tyreek, Thielen, Kamara, Deshaun.
It's like a who's who of who's hot and Holly who.
It's still a good team, but I think it's a lot of flash in the pan players from previous years.
He has your boy Alvin Kamara. I'm sure you don't think
I
he's
know.
flash in the pan.
Yeah, well, I want him to be good still. He pretty much. He legit probably consistently got me double-digit points nearly every single game last year when I picked him up, so I can't be mad at him. Right, Michael, express your feelings towards Barry's team in hand motions. Seems that's what it's been reduced to.
Fuck Barry.
That audio came through fine, thankfully.
Yeah.
He's starting a feud with Barry. Me against Baz. Going down. The feud is on. There's going to be fucking memes, gifs, shit talk, battle rap.
It's probably a very one-sided feud because Barry will contribute maybe once a week to the actual WhatsApp group.
Oh yeah, let's see how much he contributes when I'm fucking calling him out on a goddamn daily basis.
He's definitely not going to watch this anyway.
Oh what? Barry, come on.
I don't think he will.
Are you playing him at any stage this year?
Yeah, I play him twice in my division. Our division.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Fuck you, Barry.
You replaced. Yeah, fuck Barry.
One thing I've took away from this podcast so far, Connor, is that you're very clued into the season starting next week.
I did know that because there was a reason that I've forgotten now. But I remember someone was like, "Oh, the season is starting, and something else is happening at the same time. Something else is starting back next week as well. I can't remember what though.
All of a sudden.
Some TV show maybe or something like that. I can't know. I can't remember.
Barry.
Yeah, we didn't hear that.
Oh, it's always.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, you put that in the WhatsApp group.
Oh, lad. No, I don't know what it is. Yeah, so fuck it. Right, on that note.
Fuck Barry?
Could you hear?
What?
Fuck. Connor, I'm gonna leave this to you. You're gonna, close the show. I believe in you. You can do this.
Okay.
You gotta come up with a line. Lots of jokes. Thank the guests and all this stuff. All right. You gotta. No pressure, but a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure, young man. Okay. All right, but no pressure. You can do this.
Okay. So, thanks for joining us for our podcast. Thanks to Martin for joining us as well. And as a last sentiment, fuck Barry.
Oh.
Fuck Barry. All right.
I'm a fuck Barry.
Good luck.
Waste of time.